Hey guys, Tomka here, doing our little trip through Gorillaz' first album, self-titled. Um, Today we're going to be listening to Man Research by Gorillaz. And yeah, let's get right into this. So right there we get a really weird, funky electronic start, almost like crickets slowly crawling into this weird tempo. And let me tell you, once we get into the lyrics on this are very much noise. Um, we're getting thrown right back into the hard repetition of the weird repetition, but like it works for this song really, really well. Like I said, pure nonsense. Bring me coffee in the no, see the taco on the sand. I got sunshine, I got you. There's nothing life can do. Nonsense. But it's all about him using his voice as an instrument over actual lyrics. Later on, we got, bring me junkie in the love. He said nothing into the tongue. To kill the model from my door. To kill the model from my door. Someone was smoking something. Like, again, we got that hard repetition. But I can't imagine under the right influences, this song would definitely have you sitting there going just like confused as hell. Like it would have an effect, I think. No idea. So again, you've got like that weird melody in the background. You got him using his voice really strangely. You got that one guy just saying something repetitive in the background in a lower baritone. Like you got just this weird amalgamation of just noise, but it's balanced. Like it's noise, but it's not junk noise. Like there's definitely like a flow to it, and I don't think you could. I don't think anyone but Gorillaz could get away with this song. It's definitely one of those songs like if you're just relaxing and listening, you can't help but just it's got a groove to it. It's weird as hell, but it's got a groove to it. Just gonna point out from here out, it's another minute of just yeah. That's literally the next minute of the song, and then plus the closing. Somebody was smoking something. Just saying. Sounds like he was singing, someone just grabbed him by the collar and started shaking the shit out of him. Probably Murdoch. Probably Murdoch. Murdoch just shaking the shit out of his 2D to get to the sound out of him. Now at the end, we just randomly get like a more feminine voice doing that repetitive in the background, which probably supposed to be Noodle. Man, you got that just random hard stuff. But yeah, like I really can't think of any other band but Gorillaz that could put out a track like that and we wouldn't just laugh it off. Like it for a Gorillaz track. I mean, I give it a 4. It's listenable. It knows what it's trying to do and it's accomplishing what it's trying to do. But it's not pushing any really story. It's not pushing any really good lyrics. The repetition is in full effect here to a point where maybe at the beginning, like the first two tracks can kind of get away with it because they're kind of like introducing you. But now we're getting into the album and it's like give us something new. And this is giving you something weird. It's giving you something strange. It's giving you something experimental. But the repetition is starting to snowball to where it was like, okay. But that being said, like in isolation, this is like a really weird, interesting song, and it's again, it's not one I would skip over. Like if I'm listening to the full album, I'm letting it play through. Like okay, this is part of the album. It is what it is. I think later in the album, like this is actually for I think there's a problem a lot of albums at this time had where it was like, we're going to have 17 3-minute tracks. The later tracks do tend to start really dragging. And that's when you're like, there are probably tracks on here that I've probably only heard a dozen times because it gets to a certain point in the album. I'm like, okay, there's no more singles, and now it's just going into really experimental stuff. Let's see what else is in my CD case. But not to say those songs are bad, but they're just maybe not later in the album aren't good enough to keep your attention if you weren't purposely listening to the full album. And I think this is one of those tracks that starts setting up that mentality. And I'll say quite happily that I don't think we see that past this album. Like Demon Days is a solid album through and through. Like a lot of the later, you know, uh, Placid Beach is solid throughout. So I think we see that later on. But this again, we have to remember that at this point, Gorillaz is an experimental band doing experimental things, trying experimental stuff in an experimental way. So they're literally the proverbial let's throw everything against the wall and see what sticks. And some of it didn't. So yeah, this definitely gets a 4. It doesn't get lower because again, like the weird stuff it's doing works for what it's trying to do. There's definitely that flow, and there's definitely like a musical like brilliance to it. But I wouldn't go out of my way to listen to this track by itself. So yeah, we'll continue our little journey tomorrow, and hopefully you guys come along for the ride. Bye.